So
wait a minute, man. Hey, check this out.
So
Oh, man, tell it. It was this blind man, right?
So
He was feeling his way down the street with this stick.
So
He walked past this fish market.
So
He stopped. He took a deep breath. He said,
So
"Good morning, ladies."
It's a beautiful morning.
So
I think I'll move outside for a while.
So
And Coke 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need.
So
We can go to the park after dark.
So
Smoke that tumbleweed.
So
As the marijuana burn, we can take our turn.
So
Singing them dirty rap songs.
So
Stop and hit the ball like Cheech and Chong.
So
Sell tapes from here to Hong Kong.
Good morning, Fandom Menace. I'm Etep Wakui, the Fandom Menace People's Champion. God damn, it's a good morning. I had a late night last night. I was up watching Superman and Lois after going rogue last night, which I would be remiss if I didn't say that was a excellent episode of Going Rogue last night, episode 12. If you missed it, catch the playback. We had Culture Casino, Paulie from Latino Slant, Enter the Unfamiliar, Nether Regions. Enter the Unfamiliar. We just mess with him because his name was Final Death Star. Now he's Enter the Unfamiliar, is rebranded his channel. And that's always difficult. Like once you get to know somebody's channel name and they change the name like that. But he does great content. If you're into paranormal, unexplained things, that's your destination right there. He does excellent video work, and actually, he and I are going to do later today, if I have time provided, we're going to do a breakdown of Superman and Lois, just kind of a conversation about the first episode, which I'll have to finish watching because this was my point before I got into this diatribe last night at around what was it? 11 Eastern, I put it on, and then I got something to eat, and I sat back down to watch it, and then I laid down on the couch, and next thing I know, I woke up at around 3:30 in the morning, and I was like, oh my God, I have to go to bed. So, so it was, I made it through what I remember about probably 35 minutes of the first episode. And the fact that I fell asleep wasn't a reflection on the quality of the show. Honestly, I didn't mind what I was seeing so far. Like I said, I want to watch it again, but I thought it was kind of good. Acknowledge the chat. Daisy Divine's in the house. What's up, Daisy? Says you need a purple heart with, God damn it, with I'm knocking stuff over here. I'm not awake yet. You need a purple heart with Batwoman on it. Oh, well, I think I need 2 purple hearts because thus far I've endured, a Batwoman and a half. Let me take a sip of coffee for the working man here. That's good stuff. Let's see. The crowds are upset with Lois and Clark. They wanted Superman to have a non-white, non-bi. I read that article, and I think we can cover that today if we have time. I have a couple articles queued up that we're going to talk about a few topics here. And but yeah, that's honestly one of them that I wanted to hit on because I didn't understand why people were upset. It's like, I mean, I understand the why, but I don't know. I mean, I don't understand the rationale behind the why. I mean, I understand they're mad because they think everything has to be, changed and flipped on its head. So they are so insecure. They need fiction to represent them as normal. If you need fiction propaganda to validate you, you're in the wrong. Yeah, that's about it. I don't understand the why you need to see yourself in a fictional property. Like I've never once looked at a character, and this is kind of where I'm going to start with Blade, actually, because they're talking about, Blade, he needs to do this, he needs to do that. We need an all black writing team and all. It's like, I never once looked at the Blade movie, the original Blade movies, which I've got, I know there's 2 of them behind me here somewhere, and said, these don't look like me. Blade doesn't look like me. How can I enjoy this when Blade is not, a toxic Jewish white male? I don't know. I don't look like I don't look like Blade, but you know what? I still love Blade. And I was like, man, I would love, I was like, I was a little bit older when, when it came out, but I just, I was like, I don't understand why people get so mad when they can't see themselves. Vassy, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for joining us. I dig the profile icon. Yeah, PG-13, but why? That's it. I want to cover this article from Geekosity. Mikey Sutton over here. Marvel Studios Blade reboot will have a PG-13 rating, which literally makes no sense. And I'm already over Mahershala Ali as Blade because on a live stream many moons ago, which I mean, it was probably like a year or two ago, about a year and a half ago, I was challenged to a drinking game. We were watching Alita Battle Angel, and every time Mahershala Ali puts on his sunglasses and tries to look like Blade, you have to drink. And this is before, he'd been announced as Blade, I think. Can't remember, but I ended up passing out. Yeah, so that was Mahershala Ali and I don't get along already. But yeah, here's the article. We'll just click on this. I thought I did that already. This is the joys of mornings with the Place to Be reviews, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to smack that like button. Let's see, Days Divine says PG-13 Blade, that'll upset people. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely has. Let's see, we got 7 up votes. We picked up some subscribers last night. We're up to 543. Join the revolution, man. Join the Fandom Menace People's Champion. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Share out the stream on Facebook or whatever social media platform you may be on. So Marvel Studios Blade reboot. The reboot will have a PG-13 rating. I just made up a new word. This is by Mikey Sutton, editor-in-chief. Blade may have the bite, but not the blood horror fans expect when he debuts in the MCU. According to Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, the new Blade reboot will aim for PG-13. 1998's Blade doesn't receive the historical acknowledgement it deserves. However, the R-rated vampire movie was technically Marvel's first theatrical superhero movie. 1986's Howard the Duck was basically a comedy. What followed were unconnected Marvel superhero movies. 1989's The Punisher, 1990's Captain America, and 1994's Fantastic Four that didn't reach cinemas. 1994's Captain America. I have to look. I don't remember that one. I really don't. The Fantastic Four, I remember because that's Roger Corman's, and that is available on YouTube, which we're going to do a watch party for that soon. We're gonna do a watch party for that. Those 3 movies with their Kmart budgets represented a now long gone period when comic book films were looked at as B-movie fodder, and they used to be. There was little to no reverence paid to comic book movies for most of the 90s and the 80s, and I mean before that at all. While Blade took inspiration from 70s blaxploitation fare, it had serious tones and was definitely respectful to its comic book roots. In fact, many argue the Blade movie is actually superior to its 4-color origins. Blade was also gory and violent. It certainly wouldn't reflect Disney's family-friendly image. Then again, neither will Deadpool 3. The sequel is keeping its R-rated structure, though. But as of right now, Blade won't. I don't. Let's see. I think this is a quote from Feige. Yep, this is Feige. Other than Deadpool, which has already established itself as a certain genre and a certain rating, that we already said we would not mess with when we started working on Deadpool, which we have. Other than that, we haven't encountered a story or storyline or a character's journey that a PG-13 or the tone or the ratings we've been using up to this point have prevented us from telling that story. Well, I'm going to call bullshit there, Kevin. I'm calling bullshit. Kevin Feige, Kevin. You shot down, Scott Derrickson when he was talking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness 2 being a horror film. And Kevin's like, no, it's still going to have jokes. It's still going to have jokes. It's still going to be funny. It's still going to be funny. And that's a thing that I really despise about this business model from Feige and Marvel is that not every fucking film has to be quip, and break up the serious nature of a otherwise great moment for the sake of a cheap ass joke. And it's annoying. It really is, because it doesn't make any sense. And I want to say, other than Deadpool, which has already established itself as a certain genre and a certain rating, I just want to highlight, not the whole fucking paragraph. Jesus. Okay. Well, anyway, so other than Deadpool, which has already established itself as a certain genre and a certain rating, so Blade has not established itself as such. Why? How I feel like how dare you? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you say that? Blade has been around since what, 98 was the first Blade movie. Like I said, I could turn around and look for it, but I'm just lazy and I'm tired. It doesn't make any sense to me how you can even make that statement in all good faith. And like I said, and say that like Blade isn't an established franchise already, that hasn't been around for, 23 years. Just now, I'm not counting the comic run, but I'm saying the movies, in cinema, those have been around, those well predate Deadpool, which came out in what, like 2015 or 16, the first one. See, I never saw the second one. I never watched it. I saw the first one. I'm like, this is good. I like this. I can leave it at that. Will I see the third one? I don't know. Probably, because I cover them. I can't talk right now. I cover the MCU. So odds are I will probably watch the movie. It's Daredevil is PG-13. His girl gets sexually harassed by Cuomo. Vassy says, I'm glad we had the Punisher show on Netflix. Imagine a PG-13. Oh God. Yeah, the Punisher. I've only seen most of the first season of that, and it was years ago. I have to watch the rest of it. I was watching Daredevil. I'm up to season 2. Like, I think 3 episodes into season 2, and I just haven't had time to watch it. I've been so busy with the channel, and all the live streaming I've been doing, that I have not had a chance to watch it yet. So I need to. It's definitely a good show. And speaking of that, I really wanted to say that Charlie Cox is the only person that could play Matt Murdock. If they tried to recast him, it wouldn't work. It really wouldn't, because he did such a good job during the show. And the same can be said for Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. Wow. Like, they found their man right there. And I've gone on record as saying the only other person that I would really accept as Kingpin would be Liev Schreiber, who voiced him in Into the Spider-Verse, because I think he's such a versatile actor and talent. He could probably do it, but I don't know. I think it was Liev Schreiber. I don't want to misspeak, but I believe that's who it was. But yeah, so I don't know. Blade to me doesn't work as a PG-13 movie. If you have seen, unless you live under a rock and you haven't seen, the 3 Blade movies that are out there in the ether right now. Hey, Tony, it's his first day on the internet. Welcome him, ladies and gentlemen, my co-host. Daisy asked a question. Do you think Matt Murdock will be Spider-Man's lawyer in Web Spinner 3? That was rumored 2 years ago. I honestly think I covered that news when it first was, and nobody paid attention to it because we got this covered, and I was new, and I think I had like 30 subscribers. But that's been rumored. Then, of course, it was rumored that it would be Jennifer Walters, which I am so underwhelmed with the casting of She-Hulk. Tatiana Maslany. I mean, you could have had Jesus, dude. Cast one of these hot CrossFitters. I mean, these chicks, as She-Hulk. It's funny. Like, here, it's like we want strong women, but we want to have like toothpick women that lockstep with our narrative play for aforementioned strong women. I don't know. Clown World Review says Josh Gad for Kingpin. You fucking stop that. You stop that right now. Gina She-Hulk. Oh my God. You talk about a woman who's built for a role. Gina Carano would be amazing as She-Hulk. She can pull off that funny, sexy, kind of, quirky Jennifer Walters fourth wall breaking persona, and make it fun, and then just completely like flip the script and go into that badass with little to no CGI. You could go more practical. I mean, other than the color, because see, that's the thing I don't know is, are they going to go with Jennifer Walters in She-Hulk form all the time? Son of a bitch, all the time. I'm gonna stop knocking stuff over here. That's the problem. Is just Yutz fingers right now. But no, I don't think. Yeah, plus she's fight trained, absolutely, and that's why she was so great in Mandalorian. Gina Carano. Let's be honest, Cara Dune was a better character than Din Djarin. I say that completely unapologetically at that. Just Din Djarin is just kind of a the Mando. He just seems like he's there to move. He's there to move the story and to introduce you to new characters. That's it. He doesn't even seem like a character himself. It's just like he's just kind of like a plot device to move the story around the galaxy. But I don't know. What do you guys think of that? I mean. Oh, so Loki, speaking of MCU news, Loki is going to be premiering in June. Let's see this. I'm going to pop over here to Murphy's Multiverse, Clown World. I thought Mark Ruffalo was She-Hulk. It would appear so that Ruffalo does look like She-Hulk. Let's be honest. I mean, the regular Hulk basically does look like She-Hulk now. Oh yeah, if anybody's seen the new comic She-Hulk, it's like it's a big fat fucking oof. Let's be honest here. It really is. Here's Hiddleston as Loki. Marvel Studios Loki. This is Murphy's Multiverse. Looks to premiere in June. Here's a surprising reveal. In December, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige revealed the release dates for various upcoming Disney Plus shows. We found out that Falcon and the Winter Soldier would premiere in March, and it would be followed by Loki in May. Well, it looks like production for the series has been dragged out a bit longer, as Marvel Studios just unveiled the series will premiere on June 11th on Disney Plus. Yeah, so he works for the Time Variance Authority in this. It's an interesting delay. As we originally predicted, they are trying to release something new every week. Black Widow is still focused on getting that May release date, as we haven't heard any plans on delaying it more. It would imply there is a brief pause between Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki, so it would be interesting to see if they have something else to go fill the gap, or they want to give Black Widow some breathing room in theaters. The return of the God of Mischief will certainly bring us a unique story as he becomes involved with the TVA and faces different timelines throughout his journey. So I think a lot of people were thrown off by the fact that you're going to have Loki in different forms throughout this, and Tom Hiddleston's not going to be there the whole time. You're going to have Kid Loki, female Loki, Loki. No, you're going to have, they're going to do the female Loki like they did in the books, and I don't mean the Daniel Kibblesmith one, because I actually got a 3-pack of Marvel books a while ago, and now I looked at it, and I haven't read it, and I looked at it like a while after I bought it, because I just kind of set it aside because I'm like, meh. And I looked, and it's written by Daniel Kibblesmith. I'm like, oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. That's what every kid wants, is a comics written by a guy who admittedly was intimidated by comic. What kind of, like, I don't know what kind of like beta ass is intimidated by like superheroes and comic books. Like, if anything, it's like you would like idolize, your comic book heroes, not not be intimidated by them. But I mean, look at Daniel Kibblesmith. He was on that Millionaire Matchmaker show, and you know, when he got kissed, it looked like he was ready to throw up, which I mean is pretty telling. But at the same time, there's not that there's anything wrong with that. And yeah, it was a woman. He's married, which is mind-boggling to me. That yeah, especially when he made that comment about, what if I tape my knuckles up and walk down to the police station tapping my palm with a baseball bat? It's like they would laugh you out of the building, throw a bucket of water on you, tase you, and watch you piss yourself on the ground, Daniel. That's probably what would happen. And speaking of funny things happening, so my live stream last night got slapped with something. Here, I'm going to let's take a trip, kids. Let's take a trip here. Let me actually, what I'll do is I'll screenshot it and I'll share it, because it's very ridiculous to me that this happened in the first place. We had a great show last night, as I said in the introduction here, and I was just kind of taken aback that this happened. But when I was sitting there replaying the events from the episode in my head and what we talked about and what we discussed, I guess I understand why YouTube did it. And that's not to say that I agree with it at all, because we had a great stream. Nobody really brought anything up that would be considered overtly political. Oh wait, because we don't do politics on the channel. We don't. I avoid it because I truly do want to be inclusive to everybody. And I know I look at my metrics. My audience is like 98 and a half to 99% male. And which is actually the complete opposite of the audience I used to have when I was on the radio. And I mostly think that's because they could never see my face. They could only hear my voice, and my dulcet tones were rather soothing to the lady folks. So they're like, yeah, I showed my face and it was over with. They're like toxic male. But no, I think it's funny that I got hit with this last night. And let me pull this up here. I can let me get over to this. Let's see here. Let's do a screen share. Ding, ding. Should have played a bumper during this. But here we'll go into this right here. We go. If you can see this, folks, this is what I got, and we're in my email inbox right now, which I don't care. I got hit with that lovely little cue on my video, and that is, I believe, because we dared mention Disney and their relationship with that country, that other country that owns, a lot of our country. And we dared bring up the fact that, Disney, is completely in bed with them, and Bob Iger bends the knee to him. And yeah, so I believe that's why I got hit with that little sticker right there underneath Going Rogue episode 12. Yeah, that was kind of funny. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, really? This is where we're at? And that's the second time that's happened. And it's always on my Wednesday night show. Always, and if you missed the beginning of that show last night, it got a little bit raunchy with the holy shit news segment. It was 3 Florida man stories, the unholy trifecta. Vassy says, "You absolute madman! How dare you have an opinion?" Yeah. Apparently, we're not allowed to express our opinions regarding Disney and who they happen to financially jump into bed with. So that's that's a sin in the eyes of YouTube and what's her name, Susan that runs YouTube. She's got her little minions out, and that's the thing, is like, as your channel grows, you have to tread more and more lightly, because it's like, you don't want to end up like Dave Cullen, who had his channel for God knows how many years and produced amazing content, and then his whole channel just gets nuked. I just, yeah, Daisy, how dare you tell the truth? How that's it, Greta, how dare you? And then you get slapped with a cue, and this is basically what YouTube is telling you right here.
You have done that yourself.
You know, it's all your fault. You know, you had an opinion that didn't lockstep with the with the status quo and the weirdos. That's it right there. So we've got we've talked some Loki. I got a Falcon and the Winter Soldier article, and when I saw this, and then when I had it confirmed, because the source of the article, I mean, they're sketch at times, and you'll see what I mean here in just a moment, as we are going to screen share this, and we are on cbr.com, which, like I said, they're sketch as far as their journalistic integrity and their truth and things like that, their honesty in reporting. Falcon and the Winter Soldier boss discusses bacon, lettuce, and mayo and pandemic connections. So, yeah, that's what in the header to a show that I'm like, kind of, I have a certain amount of anticipation for it. I like Bucky. I like Sebastian Stan. Anthony Mackie's a good actor. I like the Falcon character. I like Sam Wilson. Do I think that Sam Wilson needs to be Captain America? Not particularly. And I say that not because I'm some snarling, knuckle-dragging racist, but I'm saying that the character of Falcon has enough development, and Anthony Mackie is a talented enough actor, and he's grown into the role enough to where he doesn't need the shield or the moniker of Captain America to be able to entertain. And it's the same thing. Sebastian Stan, I will say this, and Tony and I have had this conversation, is that Bucky, Sebastian Stan, is far more interesting as a heel than he is as a babyface. Sip of coffee for the working man. I don't think that Sebastian Stan is all that interesting as a babyface character. I think he's much better as a heel. And yeah, let's see. Vassy says, "'Tis an odd place to live at the minute." Yes, it is. Absolutely. Let's see. Daisy Divine says, "Falcon can stand on his own as a character." Yeah, truthfully, he can. And that's why I think this does a disservice to Anthony Mackie, and some are like, "Oh, he's getting a promotion. How can you say that? You just don't want to see a black man as Captain America." I don't care. This is the thing that these people, these ideologues, don't understand. Is, to me, I don't care about ethnicity. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is how good the character is. And yeah, Daisy, Anthony made Falcon popular. Absolutely. Falcon wasn't a household name as a character. Sam Wilson wasn't beforehand. I mean, outside of your hardcore Marvel, readers, no, Falcon wasn't a household name before. Let's be honest. The Avengers were the D team or the C team. It was always the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, and then you had the Avengers. Was Hulk always a popular character? Hulk, yes. But Iron Man and Thor, no. Captain America. I mean, I dare I say Spider-Man is probably 3 times more popular with comic book readers than Captain America ever was. I mean, 3 times. I say 3 times. I don't know the actual metric, but Spider-Man is probably the most recognizable character globally out of all the superheroes. So I don't understand why they are I don't know why they're in. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I just got a tweet from Charles Murphy. I'm just looking at his Twitter timeline to see if it was anything that was worth reporting on. That's why I have updates and notifications turned on for him. And Vassy, thank you for the follow on Twitter. I followed you back, of course. Yes, I do. I follow. If you follow me, I will follow you back on Twitter. And remember, tweet those memes to me. Tweet me those memes, folks. We've got Leo Red is in the clubhouse lead. I have two place to be review stickers to give away. And these are originals made by my former co-host, Monica. They are the same font that appears on the my place to be reviews t-shirt. She made these by hand like 2 years ago. Like I said, I have 3 of them left. I'm giving 2 of them away, as I have one on the back of my original laptop. One is on my office door, and I'm saving one for when I move. And that is going on the new door to the studio that I'm going to have set up at the new house. Leo Red 2 in the house. He says, I'm in the lead. Yes, you are. Vassy says, I'm sure Bucky will do something to offend the blue hairs on Twitter. Oh yeah, he's a toxic white male. If he dare, if his character outshines Sam Wilson in any way, it's going to be racism. Sip of coffee for the working man. I guarantee that. Let's see here. Let me go back. I just want to acknowledge the chat for a second here. Yep, I'm in the lead. Leo Red. What's up, guys? We got 7 people in the chat. We have 8 likes on the video right now that I can see anyway. Thank you guys all for joining us. Me this morning. I'm used to I say us because I'm so used to Tony being here with me. And I don't know if Tony, if you're still in the chat, you're probably working. But thank you, man, for all that you do for the channel. A lot of the bumpers that we make to play in between segments on Monday, Wednesdays, and sometimes Fridays are, Tony's creations. He's made a lot of them. And he's such an integral part of the channel. I've had, he's my, been my co-host for the past couple months. And just, I love streaming with him. We have a great rapport. And I appreciate what he does. And that's why when I talk about the channel, I try to say we, not me, because without it, teamwork makes the dream work. And that's the way we roll here. This is it's a team. And speaking of teams, I need to give a shout out to the Fandom Collective team, Flipped Out, Jeff the Rookie Critic, Fanzine, Millennial Me, Jet Penny, Daniela. They are just wonderful, wonderful people who repost and focus on other content creators. And yeah, Rookie Critic does his movies. He just released Tomato Wars, the 3rd part of that. I did some voiceover work in that. I don't know if he released what I did the audio for yet, but I got kind of a promotion. I'm doing some more characters, which is always fun for me. Clown World Review. The pleasure is all mine, brother. Thank you for having me as your co-host, man. It was a no-brainer, brother. It was a no-brainer having you on. And if you haven't subscribed to the Clown World Review yet, I honestly don't know what you're doing, because Tony does great content. He's starting to live stream more, and I want to see his channel grow. He's been picking up some subs in the last couple days, and while I'm absolutely happy he's picked up subs, I'm actually pissed off that he hasn't picked up more, because I see a lot of these channels. All right, and I don't want to knock it, but I mean, let's face it, not everybody on YouTube is cut out to be on YouTube. And I see some channels with sub counts, and I look at them, I'm like, just how? How? But then, and that's because I look at channels like Tony's, and I look at the quality, the production value, and it just it doesn't track with me how he doesn't have more subscribers. And he always, well, I haven't been putting out content. It's like, yeah, but you have existing content there for people to watch. And I've watched I'm not gonna lie, man, I've watched the I've watched the goddamn He-Man thing. Like, probably half of the views on the He-Man video are probably from me. The He-Man Christmas special. That is one of the most fucking hilarious videos that you've done. And I love that one. I love the Bob Iger impression. And then the voiceover He-Man. That was funny too, man. That's yeah. Here we go. Here's Tony's channel right here. Let's see. Subscribe. There it is right there. There's the Clown World Review. You subscribe to him. Do it. So let's go back to this. We'll get into this article here, get into some Marvel. But yeah, man, thank you, Tony. I appreciate everything that you do, sir. It is it's like I said, teamwork makes the dream work. The showrunner for Marvel's upcoming The Falcon and Winter Soldier explained how real world issues, including bacon, lettuce, and mayo, and the ongoing quote unquote air quotes pandemic manifest on the show. And I have to pause here already, because I have to say that I truly just vehemently despise the inclusion of the pandemic in television, in fictional universes. Okay, like, so I watch NCIS New Orleans. Yes, I know. What am I, 70? I know. I watch it with my wife when I can. Like normally during the week, I don't get to watch it. Like when she's catching up on it in the weekend, I'll watch it with her. I like the show. I do. But to see him on there, with the face gimmicks on, and I'll just call them the face gimmicks, and wearing the face gimmicks is just, it's like, come on. It's like, okay, on social media, I understand like people take profile pictures like in public and things of the like. But okay, you can take the face gimmick off for like 5 seconds to snap a picture. It doesn't make you look like you're like, better than anybody else or more virtuous if you have a gimmick on in your picture. And if you do, and you're insulted by this, I apologize, kind of. But I'm just like, I don't want to see your eyes. We don't live in that kind of country. You know what kind of country I'm talking about, that subjugates women and whatnot. No, women are more free here than any other country in the world. So yeah, you and power, and that's the thing, is like, you can be a strong woman without being an intersectional feminist. I mean, I joke around, my wife's always made more money than me. Does it bother me or emasculate me in any way? Nope. That's how I'm able to sit here and talk to you guys while she's chilling, while she's doing her thing. I said, she's chilling. No, she's in there, she's working. That's why I'm in the living room. She's in the office. Leo Red says Iceland. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not familiar. I'm not really that familiar with Iceland. Let's see. So let's get into this, though. Marcus Spellman, the head writer and showrunner of the Disney Plus series that will follow WandaVision on the streaming service, spoke with SFX Magazine about bringing more of the Black experience into the world of superheroes. It's already been teased that the show will deal with uncomfortable issues. Spellman said the ongoing work of the bacon, lettuce, and mayo movement and its fight against the police brutality is part of that tapestry. Oh God. So I need a Grace. Where's my Grace Randolph clip of her just going, so, oh God. Yeah. Okay. So that's a lot to unpack. So Falcon and Winter Soldier. I know, I believe now, correct me if I'm wrong, I know they touched on this in the comics, as it were, about some racial issues with Falcon being, oh God, I just, why does it have to be all that? I don't know. I don't know. Vassy, your comment is spot on. I just wanted a buddy cop type show, but why you do this, Disney? Yeah, that's the way that this dynamic works. It worked with Captain and Bucky, and it worked with Falcon and Bucky. I don't know why you had to you have to go this route. And it's like, okay, nobody is saying that these problems don't exist in reality. Literally nobody is saying that at all. Nobody ever is. And if they are saying that, I mean, then I don't understand the rationale behind denying things like this exist. Okay, you can't deny it. But with that being said, there is a time and place to combat this and to inspire things that make social change. But to put this into a show that is meant to be escapist entertainment, and like Vassy said, this could be a buddy cop, show. That would be the best dynamic for this, because Anthony Mackie has more of the sense of humor, whereas Sebastian Stan's Bucky would be considered, I believe, more stoic. So it would work like that traditional buddy cop formula. They want to change this, and there's no reason for it at all. As I said, you circumvent the goal of entertaining, and then subvert our expectations and try to preach to us about things that we're already aware of. It's not, beating people over the head with a stick when they already understand and agree with your message is, overkill to the 10th degree. It doesn't make any sense. This
is outrageous. It's unfair.
How dare you grant me the rank of master but not give me a seat on this council? It's oh, I had to break up the my rant with a Star Wars clip. This is basically like what I about the showrunner. I mean, right here, this is, I guess, if I could speak to his message, I'll allow my friend George Lopez to do that for me.
Fuck that puto.
I mean, I don't know why you would want to just deprive people of actually being able to enjoy a show. And, you're like, oh, you wanted to see these characters, fight bad guys and interact with each other and some other heroes and, get into situations that, make you suspend your disbelief. And will they be able to escape? Nope. We're going to talk about police brutality, systemic racism, and white supremacy. Jesus. Oh yeah. That's what I look for in a superhero show. And that's going to be a big letdown after WandaVision, which, I mean, I haven't seen really any instances in WandaVision that make me think that it's anything woke. I don't. I don't. WandaVision has been fun. It's been what Marvel is supposed to be, escapist entertainment. It's not Brie Larson out pounding on a pedestal and, saying, I don't want to hear what a 40-year-old white man has to say about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him. You guys want it, don't you? You guys want the it wasn't made for him gift, don't you? You want it? Let me see if it's on here. Yep, here it is right here. Here you go. I'll treat you.
You one ugly motherfucker.
It wasn't made for him. It wasn't made for him.
There you go. There's Brie. There's Brie. It wasn't made for him. That's all I see. Now, when I when I hear that quote still, no, but really, I mean, this is the thing. It's like you're ruining. I'm going to pound him into a Stephen Walt and start pounding at you. Our modern mythology. He's right though. They attack our modern mythologies with bullshit rubbish and try. Is that a personal insult or something? Oh, David. Oh, Daisy. I have that one. David, why do I call you David? I'm not even awake yet. I'm gender flipping people in my chat. Where's it at? Here.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
There it is, Daisy. There it is. There's the personal attack. And I got this one too. We got this one. There it is right there. But let's get back to the article here. And I could do this morning show for probably 3 or 4. If I didn't have to go to work, I could go on for like 4 hours. And we had like I said, I try to limit like this and Friday to an hour and a half. I will say this Friday, we might be having a debut on the show. I'm fingers crossed. Tony's booking the Leo Red says, yes, Brie Larson footage. Leo Red, I'm man enough to admit, like I said, there's certain times where I look at it, and she can be an attractive woman. She really can. It's just then she starts talking, and then you realize that what she's about, and it's like, I can find somebody attractive and still despise every fiber of their being. I lived with somebody like that for 6 years. But let's go on here. It's funny because if someone asked me in a million years, could you ever have predicted what was going on? I'm like, yeah, I'm black, Spellman said. We are uniquely qualified to diagnose this country and have a sense of where it's going. And Nate Moore is black, and he's one of Marvel Studios' most senior execs. So he was the perfect partner for me. Spellman, who previously worked on Empire, which I've proudly never seen 1 second of other than commercials, is referring to Nate Moore, the Marvel producer behind Black Panther, Captain America the Winter Soldier, and Captain America Civil War. Together, along with Kerry Skoglund, they'll explore what it means for a black hero to wield the shield of Captain America. But the current pandemic will also have an analog in the blip, the in-universe name for Thanos' snap. The show, like WandaVision, will deal with the fallout of half of the Earth's population disappearing and returning 5 years later. And I realized it just said Earth, I think it just said Earth. Oh, so that again is a lot to break down there. So it's called a hate fuck. Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is, Leo. And that's exactly, yeah. So, you have to be black to write for black fictional characters now. So I guess I am not Dave, wait. Let me hit these up here. A senior executive with lots of work claims to be oppressed. How stunning and brave. Will they go to Cuba and address their history of slavery and priest? Oh, Jesus. Clown World Review. Daisy Divine must have hooked up with Elliot Page. Oh, Jesus. You mean Ellen Page or their forehead? Oof. Oh, God. So you have to have a realistic perspective of what it means to be a black American to write for a black fictional character. Oh,
he was a retard.
I can't, like, why? When, in what world does this make sense? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Can we just not, like, just for once, Marvel, can we just not be that? Can we just not do all the things that you do and try to and you know, and virtue signal, and you know, this is escapism. This is what's happening to us. And then we get these moments where we're just, you know, we're stuck in between moments of wokeness, and our only thought is just, so there she is. There's my girl. There's Grace. You know, I want to talk about her for a moment, because I was watching her Batwoman season 2. I think she did it after like an episode or two, and her thoughts and reviews of it, and she acknowledges that the show's shit, but she won't say it because it has representation, and that's what Grace is all about. You know, plot, story, character development be damned, is as long as it's got representation, you know, that's what matters. I don't want to why? Like, the fact that it has representation doesn't make it good. The fact that the characters are good makes it good. Here, Leo Red says it right. Black guy here, mixed. So I'm over representation and diversity. And I do. And I love hearing that, not because of some nefarious plot that I hold to do away with diversity as a toxic male. No. My goal is for things just to be the way they are, because that's the way they are. Like if you tried to like write a movie about the town where I live, okay, and say I wrote a like biopic, and And I don't mean BIPOC, a biopic about my hometown, which is probably conservative estimate 95% white. Okay, it's where I live. All right, I've lived in a diverse area, and I never had a problem there. I enjoyed it. It was nice. As a change of pace. A college town, so there was everybody there. And my next door neighbor, they were originally from Nigeria. One of them was a dean of a college of health at a university. His wife was a retired registered nurse. I had Muslim neighbors, all wonderful people, really. Like it was a time, I lived on a cul-de-sac. There was about 13 houses. But yeah, it was a diverse area, so, and I've lived that life, and it's perfectly fine. I hate when people say, oh, well, it's gotta be that. I gotta acknowledge this guy right here in the chat, flipped out. Hang on a second, man. I'm going, hail, flipped out. Thank you, brother. Thank you for stopping in. Go subscribe to Flipped Out's channel. Hang on. Let me grab a link here, and I'm going to post a link to Flipped Out's channel, because this guy is like him. He's basically like him and Rookie Critic are like the backbone of the fandom collective. Absolutely. And Flip, he doesn't just post on the Fandom Collective channel. He's got his own channel too, and I've been on him. We have a skit we've been working on, and I don't know if you guys remember the Russian news skit that Flip and I did, but here's his channel link right here. Subscribe to Flipped Out. We did a news couple months ago, Russian news broadcast, and we have that. It's over on Flip's channel. We're going to do the second part to put over here on mine. We just haven't got to it yet, because I want to do some more things like that, and I want to utilize my tools more. And I'm about to step the streaming game up. I'm going to, since my computer can handle it for the show tomorrow night. I don't know if I want to try it out. We're going to try using OBS, just to add some more production value and things of the like for you guys, because you guys deserve it. I appreciate you, man. There's 8 people in the chat. It's 9:53 Eastern right now, 6:53 Pacific, and I don't know about Mountain and Central, whatever. I think Central's like an hour behind me. And outside of the U.S., I have no idea. But no, really, you guys are here, 8 of you in the chat with me, and I appreciate it. I do. You guys are fucking awesome. A lot of people would be like, oh, you have this many subs and you have this many people in the chat. Yeah, but you guys are participating in the chat. I'm sure there's people working and lurking. That's awesome. I appreciate it, man. You guys make this worthwhile, spending my time sitting in a chair talking, and I'm just a guy with a $60 webcam, not in a pool house, but in my living room, sitting in front of DVD cases and shelves I got from Family Video when they closed. I'm just here. I got a lightsaber. Wait, where's my goddamn dark saber? It's over on the other side of the room. I don't want to get up and get it right now, but I got my Mandalorian dark saber right here. If it's 2:52 in Ireland. Oof. 2:52 p.m. Oh, p.m. Okay. I was like I said, I'm tired. I was like, wait, what time is it? Okay. Ireland. All right. And, that's, thank you for joining me all the way from over there. I guess I'm branching out. Somebody left. They're like, fuck you. I'm out. You toxic white male. I appreciate you guys though. That's what I do. 1 a.m. in Australia. Wow. Yeah. You're a 8:52 a.m. in Chicago. Yep. Central. Yeah. You're an hour behind me. I haven't been to Chi-Town in a couple of years. The last time I was there, honestly, it was like I drove down. I lived I was only 3.5 hours away. I'm in Michigan. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm in Michigan right now, which is basically like the frozen tundra. But no, I had to drive down to Chicago with the family, and we were literally there. The drive obviously took twice as long, 3 times as long as as how what we were there for. And we were there for like 2 hours. The drive was like 3.5 or 4. But yeah, it was. I was like, we didn't have time to really do anything, But hey, Keely Chow's here. Hail Keely Chow. Yep, that's Daisy Divine. It's the Windy City. Yep. Let's see. The snow is finally melting in the suburbs. Tina Bojan's here. Hail Tina. I don't know if I've ever seen Tina show up in the chat before over here. I see her in all the rogue chats. So thank you, Tina, for joining us. I do appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, we're I'm a little bit north of you, Tina. I'm up in the middle of Michigan, which is yeah. So we've got up until like this week, we had about probably 3 feet of snow on the ground. It finally started to melt here, thank God. But now I'm giving the weather, traffic and weather here. The place to be reviews, top and bottom of the hour, 9:56 a.m. here in lovely central Michigan. We've got a light breeze out of the northwest, and let's get back to this Falcon and Winter Soldier ad. No, we're going to get back to this article here. So we said there's no hiding the fact that 4 billion people in the MCU disappeared for 5 years and then came back. And our show picks up from there and directly talks about what the world feels like to be in flux and dealing with one global issue, Spellman said. When the pandemic hits, the entire planet has come together and deal with it. And the synergy there is perfect. I don't like that wording. That's very clunky wording. I would say the whole planet has come together and dealt with it. The synergy there is perfect. I would say dealt with it. I mean, I don't think I'm wrong. I'm nitpicking though, but that's just me. Leo Red says you're not missing nothing here in Chicago other than great food. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. I love food, which I'm doing good. I lost like 18 pounds. I got to start lifting. I need to start doing that. And this is coming from somebody who was like a professional wrestler and a bodybuilder. Like 4 years ago, I was, fucking 240 pounds and I was jacked. And now I'm about 217 and not. This is what YouTube has done to me. I need to make more time for the gym. I do. And I walk out my garage door and there's a weight room. But like I said, it's so fucking cold here. I don't have time to go to a gym. That's why I have my own. But so let's see the same thing with the issues of a black man confronting that shield. He continued. The stories have been out there. They've been in our face forever. There's no avoiding it. And Marvel doesn't ask you to avoid it. What they ask you to do is never burden the storytelling. Let the storytelling be energetic and fun and aspirational. And within that, be honest and be truthful. Okay, so what do you guys think of this? Do you guys really think that this show is going to be successful if it continues to, kind of punch us in the face with this Marvel brand of, this new, this is like the new Marvel. It's like this, new woke Marvel. I don't, oh God, there's so many things that I can say about this. And I really, like I said, I tread lightly around this topic of, especially the bacon, lettuce and mayo, on my channel, because I have a lot of different people that listen, and I don't want to alienate people, because if you choose to support something, I don't want to insult, people for supporting something, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to shill either. So it's like, I try to walk that fine line between, my personal beliefs, and I just want to entertain, but sometimes these things bleed into each other. And that's when we have to have the difficult discussions. And in this case, I don't think this is warranted. I really don't. I can say this is akin to the one show that I review, Prodigal Son. I'm going to go on camera for this. Prodigal Son, I review with Tom Payne and Lou Diamond Phillips, Antoinette Perrineau, and the gentleman that plays TJ. The actor's name eludes me, but that your main cast. Then you have Michael Sheen, but your main four, you've got JT Tarmel, that's his name. You got JT the cop, you've got Danny Powell the cop. Both of them are black. I believe Antoinette Perrineau is mixed ethnicity. Lou Diamond Phillips. He's not white. And then you've got the medical examiner Idrissa, she's Asian. I'm not sure which country of origin, but she is Asian. And then you have Tom Payne, who's white. So you've got your cast is organically, your main character is organically diverse. So then you go into them starting like police brutality storylines with another cop physically assaulting JT when he was responding to a dispatch call for help at Bright's apartment because the executioner was in there fighting with Bright, and Danny and JT were trying to respond. JT gets there. Now he's a plain clothes. He's on the high crimes unit. He's plain clothes. Before he was identifying himself verbally to these other police officers, which all three of them were white. They had their guns drawn on him. One puts him in a chokehold with a forearm against the wall, tells him, "Stop fighting, boy." And I brought this up in my review because it bothered me. Not because I don't think things like that happen, but it bothered me because the show had been woke free up to that point. Or if there was anything that could be construed as woke, it was so minute that you're just like, whatever, it can exist. It's not, that doesn't bother me. And it really hurt, the show, I think. I was like, don't, and then of course, like I said, I honestly did not know that the show was a Berlanti production show. And then I'm like, oh God, this explains a lot. And then it kept going for like 2 episodes. It was kind of, and then they didn't really mention it much after that. They kind of, well, he dropped it, it's been the issue's been resolved. And I'm just kind of hoping now that they don't go back and you've got, the backlash from the other police officer against JT, because JT didn't move forward with an internal affairs, charge or cases against the other cop. So he kind of was like, he gave him the moral, like, I don't have hate in my heart like you, which is why I'm not going to, ruin your career over this, which I mean is a good stance to take for him. Taking the high road. That was at least that happened. Now I'm not saying the other guy shouldn't be punished for being a douchebag, because he's probably done that before. Obviously, if he did it once, he's done it before. So it was, I think, but for the sake of just keeping it out of the story, it would be the best advice to me that I could, or that I could give from me to you as a showrunner, would be just keep that stuff out of the show. Like, there's the audience that wants that kind of stuff isn't your real audience. They're not paying you money. They're not paying for subscriptions to Disney Plus. They're not buying your physical media. They're not buying your merchandise. They're on Twitter because it's free to get on Twitter and to tweet and be like, look at this, there's no, this is representation. This is that. No, they're not paying you. People like us that talk about this stuff and that care enough to sit here at 9:00 in the morning for an hour and a half and complain about it are the people who are going to buy, who are paying, which I'm not paying for Disney Plus, thank God. But it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Why you would even want to include that in your show? Like, why? There's no fucking reason for it at all. I can't fathom like wanting to alienate customers at all. It just, I don't know why. Like, why would you want to do that? God, like, why would you do that, Marvel? It's like that Eric Andre meme where it'd be Marvel shooting their profits and say, why would the toxic white males do this? That's what I hate about this day and age of entertainment is how can you continually insult customers and then get mad when they don't want to consume your product anymore. Why would is there any logical reasoning for that? like I said, this I understand this whole woke. It's a fad. It's a fad. It's not something that is going to be that's going to stand the test of time, because people aren't going to want to see this all the time. They're not going to want to see this woke nonsense. They're not going to want to deal with being preached to. Um there's gonna come a time where, like I said, the party that everybody's getting thrown out of right now, which, like Gina Carano, say, the party, the entertainment world that Gina Carano got thrown out of, is gonna be better than it's gonna be better than the party, or the one that she starts is going to be better than the one that everybody else is at, because you're going to have everybody getting evicted from the party because of quote unquote wrong thing. And then they're going to be at the other party, and the other party is going to be better. Like I said, go back to The Office, the episode where Angela gets, she's having the Christmas party and she won't let people do this, won't let people do that. So Pam and Karen start their own, what is it, the committee to plan parties, and they have karaoke and they have a margarita machine, and Angela's sitting over there playing the Nutcracker song, and that's it. Nobody's talking, and that's just what it reminds. It's gonna look like that eventually when enough of these people get kicked out. I don't see this as a positive for Hollywood. Getting getting anybody kicking people out. Like I said, Gina is a talented woman, and now you've propelled her. She's ascended to the top, of the popularity and of celebrities based on IMDb, which is absolutely great to see, because that sends a message. It really does. It sends a message to Hollywood, and it's like, yeah, you like she said, they can't cancel us if we don't let them. And that's it. It really is. It's great. I don't think that I don't think they can cancel her. I really don't. I think the force is too strong in Gina. She's got enough of a fan base built now that people are like, this woman is somebody who's worth supporting. She's caring, she's sensitive, yet she's strong. She's the ideal, like, strong woman. She is, fallible, yet, still, in charge. I don't know. I don't see her having a weakness. Now, her acting, I've heard people criticize that. She's gotten a lot better. I still think there's a certain role she's good at. She can grow into other roles. Absolutely. She's talented enough to do that. But yeah, she plays the stoic badass really well. But like I said, we've seen flashes of that personality coming through in her performance on The Mandalorian. And I like Haywire. I loved Haywire when she was in that. That movie is bad as hell. Great cast, great action. I want to go over here. We're going to take a look at some ratings here really quick for the first episode. It's only one episode of Superman and Lois. As we see here, look at this. Okay. 1.745. That's in millions. Okay. So that's how many people tuned in Tuesday night to watch the premiere of Superman and Lois. 0.37 in the 18 to 49 demo, but that is not too shabby for a premiere on the CW. It's not at all. But I want to show you something else here, and if you haven't watched my video yet on it, we'll talk about it here. I'm going to jump over to the page though for the show, because yeah, we're going to talk about these ratings and how it relates to Superman and Lois. Yeah, Keely, let me know in the chat, what did you think of Superman and Lois? What was your thoughts? I haven't like I said, I haven't made it all the way through the episode yet, so I'm really not looking for spoilers. Just like, what did you like it? I mean, what didn't you like about it? Like I said, I thought it was pretty well done from what I watched last night. You know, it wasn't terrible at all. There wasn't an alarming amount of woke. So that's always a good thing. Like I said, from what I saw, I may have missed something. Keely says it was good. I liked it. All right, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I talked to me and Enter the Unfamiliar are gonna record our conversation about it. And I'll release that. I'm gonna apologize. I can't. My dog was barking. Sorry, somebody probably walked by my house, and she's she's one of those. Yep. So let me jump over here to the ratings. I'll share the screen here. Nat. Oh, sorry, I just yelled into the microphone while I was trying to mute it. I'm an idiot, folks. Sorry about your ears. Here is this is a TV series finale. We're going into the ratings here for season 1 of Batwoman. Look at the premiere here. Okay, so we had a 0.47 for that. All right, 1.86 million. Then you can see it drop down a little bit, drop down a little more. We got into episode 4. We got a little bit of a spike. And episode 4 was actually when I started really heavily producing my reviews for Batwoman, the show. It just it was cringy. I never, like I said, I didn't think it would go this long. The show, that's what she said. I really didn't. I didn't think the show would last past the first season. I thought it was going to get canceled. So I was like, yeah, I'll review it. Whatever. I'll do 20 episodes. And man, this is why I'm not going to review Superman and Lois in case it goes woke. Because like I said, I promised my subscribers I would review Batwoman from beginning to end. And yeah, I intend on keeping that. But yeah, you can really see where it starts to taper off here. But the lowest point, and I have to go back over here so I can scroll down. The lowest point in the series was what, 634,000. I think I'm seeing here, right here. The fourth to final episode here. That's the lowest point it had. Now let me go over. Yeah, I'm going to. I'll share this, and let me get the other one because you can see the trajectory of the second season already, and where this is the toilet bowl that this is headed into. And let's how the hell did it start there? Here we go. Like I said, only 5 episodes. All right. But help me, Rhonda. There we go. So you can see that. Here. Okay, so we start out with a robust 659,000, then to 621, a little bit of a spike up to 700, 509, 493,000 last episode. I mean, what are you doing? And then they just renewed this for a 3rd season. Okay, they renewed it. You're seeing your ratings at your lowest point, and like your 25th episode overall of your show, 5 episodes into your 2nd season, and a new Batwoman, and this is what you do. This is where you're at right here. I mean, it took a 28% dive between episode 3 and 4. I mean, it's the first episode was down, 64% in viewers from the end of the previous season, which I might as well say the previous series, because this is basically a soft reboot of the show. Vassy says, well, that's an oof. Oh, absolutely. The entire show is an oof. And like I said, Javicia Leslie is just a gorgeous woman. She can't outact bad writing. Nobody can. You can't. Let's see. Vassy says 200K for the finale. Honestly, it would not surprise me if they had 200,000 or less, or about 200,000 for the series finale. It would be completely fitting. But you notice the critics aren't defending this. The critics aren't out, dying on the hill of Batwoman and defending the poor performance and blaming Russian bots and trolls for the performance of the show, because they know it's bad. You get your reviews that they kind of you could tell they're puff pieces, but nobody is like attacking the fans for for hating on the show. Clown World says, can we do Flight of the Navigator today? I have a very small window from the time that I get out of work. I have to pick the boy up early from school today because we have to go on a little road trip. I have a very small window, which is why I'm probably going to have to jump on later with Enter the Unfamiliar and do the Superman and Lois, because I have to finish watching it. So yeah, Tony, I'll talk to you as soon as I'm off. We have about 13 minutes left here in the show before we wrap. So yeah, I'll get with you. Yeah, Tony and I have a Flight of the Navigator and Last Starfighter review that we are working on, and we really want to get that out to you guys because there were two fun movies. And it's going to be a dual review. I want to get OBS installed for that, Tony. But yeah, definitely we can work on those today. So yeah, so you don't have the critics attacking people for hating on Batwoman because it's a horrible show. It's terrible. You can't. Defending that and dying on that hill is, I think it would be like akin to career suicide for a journo in this day and age, because let's be honest, there's not much journalistic integrity when it comes to these online outlets outside of, bounding into comics, Bleeding Fool, not Bleeding Cool, Bleeding Fool. There's a few good ones, but yeah, you really have to consider your source a lot of the times when you're looking at these online magazines. And one of them in particular is the Mary Sue, because they're they're a shining light of journalistic integrity right now. I don't even want to look at half their articles. Like, I don't even want to talk about them. Because they're all they're all just, every article they have is straight political, except for this there's one about Spider-Man, and it's by Rachel Leishman too, which she's we used back when MJ was my co-host, we used to cover her articles just so Monica could make fun of her, because she could say the stuff that I couldn't, because she was a woman and she wasn't white. So she would just like, she disliked her journalism and her viewpoints as a female more so than I did, which was funny. But and I don't dislike her viewpoints because she's a female. I dislike her viewpoints because she's a terrible fucking writer and has no idea what being what neutrality is in journalism and just covering facts. But like I said, that's a lot of these journos these days. They don't know how to differentiate between facts and a blind knee-jerk reaction to something that affects their delicate sensibilities. Oh God, yeah. So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. I think right now, I honestly think this is going to be where I ended off. Yeah, because I've got to I do have to get ready to go to work. Let me acknowledge my great peeps in the chat. Daisy Divine, Keely Chow, Clown World Review, Vassy, Tina Bojan was here. Thank you for joining us, Tina. Leo Red 2, who's the clubhouse leader in the memes on Twitter right now. You can see right there in my name, at the place to be RE1, at NED Pete. Tag the at the place to be RE1 if you want to be entered into the meme contest for one of those place to be review stickers. I will ship those out anywhere. I've got, like I said, I got 2 up for grabs right now. They're my last 2. And then I'm gonna get a Teespring store started. I've been talking about this for a while. We're growing at a nice clip right now. I like the channel growth. I see we picked up another sub. We're up to 544. Thank you very much, whoever that was. I do appreciate it, you guys. I enjoy making content for the channel. You're welcome, Keely. Thank you for joining us. Vassy, thank you. Leo Red, thank you, sir. Daisy, thank you. You guys are a amazing chat. I appreciate each and every one of you. Tony was in the chat. I saw Angelus Draven stopped in. He's going to be one of our guests tomorrow on Fandom Menace Friday Night Live. So thank you all. I'm appreciative of your time, your consideration. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I'm Etep Wakui in here. I'll sign off on camera. I'm Etep Wakui to the place to be reviews. I've been here with all of yous. And remember, if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one.